I think it's pronounced Crew 90.
What's up, boys and girls? It's your boy Johnny, aka Crew 90. So, I realized today that I'm a relatively bad influence. I'm not even sure why you guys watch my videos. I'm not a good person sometimes. Sometimes I'm a good person, but other times, not so much. So, for those of you who aren't familiar with a thing called airdropping, AirDrop is a feature that iPhones have, and it allows you to communicate directly with any other iPhone in your immediate vicinity, even if they're not in your contacts, you don't know them. All that has to happen for you to be able to talk to them is they have to have their AirDrop turned on. And the good thing about this is the factory setting when you buy a new iPhone is that it's automatically turned on and set to everyone. So basically, unless you think to go in and turn it off, or at least set it to contacts only, pretty much right off the bat, as soon as you get your phone, anybody with an iPhone can AirDrop you. So I do this thing that I like to call drive-by airdropping. So what it is whenever I'm in a public place where there's a large crowd of people, I pull up a photo in my camera roll and I queue it up to AirDrop, and then anybody in range of me that has their AirDrop turned on will show up, and I click their name and I AirDrop them. And these are usually some crazy photos, like there's an angry chocolate bar, there's a penguin with boobs, there's a picture of my mom where she was caught off guard, so she's making a quite hilarious face. I enjoy airdropping people these photos randomly, and I'm really good at it too. I'm like a pro. So my phone's name is Lindsay's iPhone, so anybody that gets airdropped, when they start looking around to see who airdropped them, they're automatically looking for a female. So first of all, I took care of that. Secondly, there's like a slight delay between hitting the airdrop button and it actually going to your phone. So in that like 2 seconds, I drop my phone into my pocket and make my hands visible. So now they're looking for a female with a phone out, and instead they see a man with nothing in his hands. So they begin moving past me and looking to anybody else in the area to see who may have airdropped them. Since I usually do this in a crowded area, I get off scot-free. So today, I'm at the mall, and I happen to be standing upstairs, like right by the glass railing, I guess you want to call it, and I'm looking down, just kind of, you know, absent-mindedly people watching, and I noticed this older woman sitting on a bench just below me. It's not the same older woman from Walmart, it's a different older woman, but I noticed her because she had her phone out. Now, one of the key things about airdropping is you can only airdrop a photo that's actively on and being used. So you can only airdrop a phone that's on and being used. So if somebody has their phone just sitting next to them, it won't show up. But she was using her phone, and I thought, oh my gosh, let's see if her AirDrop is turned on. So I pull up my AirDrop, I queue up the photo of the angry chocolate bar, and sure enough, Rosita's phone pops up, and I'm like, this is it, and I hit the button. Now, I had an unprecedented view because I'm looking down at her. So not only do I get to physically see the image pop up on her phone, which I never get to see, but I get to watch her as she starts looking around trying to see who sent her this angry chocolate bar. So of course, she doesn't look up because nobody would think to look up. So she doesn't see me, and she goes back to what she's doing. So I send her a second photo, and then a third, then a fourth. And we go through my entire AirDrop album, because I have a separate album just for AirDrops. At this point, I don't know what to do, because I never get this far. I usually am only able to AirDrop, you know, 1 picture, 2 pictures at most, because the people are either moving in opposite directions to me or they're moving while I'm stationary. So now I don't really know what to do. I've never gotten this far. I have completely gone through my entire AirDrop camera roll. So I decided to go to my personal, actual full camera roll and start sending her any photo that doesn't have my face in it. And it was at this point I realized I take a lot of selfies, but I did have a good chunk of photos in there that didn't identify myself. Pictures of my cat, a picture of my lizard terrarium, pictures of bumblebee on flowers that I took at the gardens, some memes. I had some fire memes in there. Pictures of some moldy produce that I took at Walmart and then sent to their corporate office because I'm one of those people. I sent this woman probably close to 20 airdrops. At this point, she is clearly frustrated, but she hasn't turned off her AirDrop yet. She has at one point though completely turned her entire phone off and then turned it back on. And at this point I decided to lull her into like a false sense of security. So when she turned her phone back on, I waited about maybe 30 seconds. She thought, oh, it's over. You could see a visible like sign of just body language. Her relief was visible. And she goes back to what she's doing. And waited another 30 seconds or so, and then boom, airdropped her again. And you saw her just and she's looking all around. So now I continue airdropping her, and now we're up to about maybe 50 photos. I'm pretty much through my entire camera roll, unless I start sending her the same photos again, or actually sending her photos of myself. Like, I'm done. So I decided to open up YouTube, and I start sending her videos from YouTube, because you can like share videos, and AirDrop is an option to share. So I'm now sending her links to random videos on YouTube. I sent her the Screaming Goats with Taylor Swift. I mean, anything. The Numa Numa song, at this point she gets up and she starts walking. And I'm like, oh, she thinks it's something local to the area. Okay. But little does she know, I can follow her. So I'm walking upstairs, she's walking downstairs, and I'm following her, continuing to airdrop her the whole way. And at this point, she's no longer even looking around to try to see who is airdropping her. She's just simply hitting the deny button as fast as I'm sending them in. And I am sending these airdrops like rapid fire. So she makes it all the way to the escalator, and she starts to go up the escalator towards me, and I'm like, oh crap. So I turn and kind of like, oh, I'm just looking around. She walks right behind me, goes past me, and she starts walking again. So this escalator that she was at was, we were at like the far end of the mall. So we walk all the way past the food court, all the way through almost to the other end of the mall. And I'm like, where is this woman going? Like, Rosita, what are you doing? So I think maybe I just chased this woman completely out of the mall. So, I mean, like, I should be feeling bad at this point, but I'm not. I'm just mostly curious and still a little bit entertained. But I am trying to figure out where she's going. So I'm continuing to follow her, and of course continuing to airdrop her while following her. And at this point I've reverted back to my camera roll, and I'm sending her repeat photos again. And because at this point she's not even looking anymore. She's literally just, she's got her thumb in the same spot, and she just keeps hitting deny over and over again. So she starts to head kind of to the right, and I realize she's going somewhere specific, and I see her. I see where she's going, and I realize she's heading to the T-Mobile store. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this can't be happening. So she goes into the T-Mobile store, and I stop just outside the T-Mobile, like the entryway, and I hear them immediately. They're on her, and they're like, oh, hi ma'am, how can we help you today? Are you looking for anything in particular? And she just says, my phone is haunted. And they were like, excuse me? And she goes, my phone, it's haunted. I lose it. I completely lose it. I'm so thankful I'm outside of the store and didn't actually walk in and just try to pretend to be a customer, because they would have all stared at me. I am hysterically laughing outside of the T-Mobile store. People walking by outside of the store probably thought I was insane. I hear her explain, yet again, her phone is haunted. She's trying to look at pictures of her grandbaby on Facebook, and instead she keeps seeing pictures and videos of random people that she doesn't know, and animals, and an angry chocolate bar. I can only imagine what's going through these guys' brain right now. She's in there explaining to them for a good 2 or 3 minutes what's going on, and she keeps saying, just wait, it'll happen again. And I'm so tempted to just leave her hanging so that they think that this insane older woman has just come in their into their store. But I have at least a little bit of niceness in my heart. So right before I turn to leave, I go ahead and I send one more airdrop, and I can hear her phone ping. But here's the best part. When I went to send the airdrop, all of the phones in the T-Mobile store turned up on my airdrop queue as well. So I airdropped everyone at once. So not only do I hear her little ping go off, but I hear all of the phones go off at once. And so I know at this point they know what's going on. But I hear her saying, like, as I'm walking away, I hear her saying, see, right here. And I'm just hysterically laughing as I'm walking away. I don't even feel bad, guys. Like, I legitimately made somebody's grandma think that her phone was haunted. And yeah, that's pretty much like the highlight of my airdropping career. I don't even think I need to airdrop people anymore. There's nothing that's ever gonna like top this. So that's what I was doing today. But as always, it's your boy Johnny, aka Crew 90, and thank you for watching.